Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk about my abortion experience. I know it's a really taboo subject and it's hard to talk about, and I don't feel comfortable necessarily putting my face on camera and revealing myself because it's not something that everyone accepts, and that's too bad because it's not something that you should be ashamed of. And I think these videos are really helpful. I know when I was looking up what to do, I went on YouTube a lot and looked at other people's videos, and it really made me realize that I was making the right decision for me. So I hope that I can help you in the same way. I called Planned Parenthood. She said that I qualified to be able to have a medical abortion. So that is, you take 2 pills and basically it induces miscarriage, and you will pass the fetus embryo like a really bad period, basically. So I was like, okay. It sounded a lot less drastic than the surgical one. So I went there. I drove with my friend and to the Planned Parenthood, and oh my gosh, the room was filled. It's literally filled with young girls in the same position as you. And it's kind of, Planned Parenthood does other things, but it's kind of like you know that everyone in there is there for an abortion. So you get there, you have to fill out like the paperwork and stuff. So they didn't even call my name for 2 hours. So I've been sitting there for 2 hours, freaking yourself out. And the first thing they call you for is to collect your payment. It costs $460, which I didn't qualify for financial aid. And then you go back out and you wait. Then you go back in for an ultrasound, and it was an internal ultrasound. So that was really uncomfortable. They basically take a stick and stick it up your vagina, and they asked if I wanted to see the pictures afterwards, but I didn't want to, because I don't really see how that would benefit you emotionally at all. Then you go to the bathroom, you pee in a cup. Then you go with another nurse, and she pricks your finger to check your blood type and check your iron levels. And I have a negative blood type, so I actually had to get in an injection of human plasma. It's something like with, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but basically, if you have a negative blood type, you're probably going to need to get this. But I forgot to say that when I was getting the ultrasound, she actually said that I was 9 weeks and 3 days, which was 3 more weeks more than I had originally thought. So I no longer qualified for the medical abortion, and I had to get the surgical abortion. So that was, a huge jump in my mindset and my fear level, definitely. So then you go talk to a counselor too, and she fills you in on all the steps, talks about birth control methods with you, writes you a prescription if you need one, you have to sign consent forms and stuff like that. And I went into a new room now, and they gave me the injection, gave me 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, and gave me a pill to prevent infection, vaginal infections, because, I mean, it is a lot of trauma, so you're very susceptible to an infection afterwards. Then I went outside again with my friend, and by this point I had been there for 4 hours, and I was really tired. And in a situation like that, you kind of just want to get it over with, because it's really difficult emotionally, and you really, you get scared and sad, and it's just not something you want to dwell on all day. So then I went in for the actual procedure. You go in a back room. You put your legs up, on the stirrup things, and then they give you a pelvic exam, like you kind of would at the gynecologist. I think they scrape your cervix and stuff like that. Which is always unpleasant, and they don't tell you what they're doing, and I think that is fair, because if you knew ahead of time the exact specifications, I don't think many people would be able to go through with it, because it sounds really gross and awful, and it's not for the faint of heart. And so then they put in the clamps and they open your cervix. That really hurts a lot. At that point, I was when they open my cervix, they have to twist it, basically, to be able to fit in the tools. And that, it's very painful. I was crying. The nurse had to hold my hand. They're very nice and sympathetic, and I think they know that this is the worst, moment of your life, basically. So, I think they open it 5 times, and each time the cramps get worse and worse and worse. And then they actually take a needle and they inject your cervix with numbing agent, and it burns and stings. To me, that was, it's really awful. And then they take the hose, the suction, to remove the fetus, and they suck it out, and that takes under 10 seconds. The entire procedure from start to finish is under 10 minutes. With prep time and the exam and everything, it's very quick, but it's really difficult. Afterwards, and you start bleeding and you're crying, and it's really hard. And I couldn't even stand up. I felt like I was going to pass out, and I have really bad anxiety too. So I just, my head was spinning, basically. So then they go, and your cramps are awful. You've never felt anything like it. They give you Cheez-Its and ginger ale, and you lay in a chair with a heating pad for a little bit, with the other girls back there, and the nurses are all really nice. I didn't take the sedative. They give you an option of a sedative, but I opted out because I don't know. Medication kind of freaks me out, and and I don't know, I feel like in a way I needed to experience it completely sober to kind of understand the gravity of the situation, and I understood it. I think I wish I did take the sedative because it's really traumatic. It is unpleasant, and it's horrible. More than anything, I could hardly speak. I was just stunned, you know. It was really hard. I know all the pro-lifers out there are saying, "Oh, you know, you killed your baby. You're a horrible person. You're going to hell." If you believe in that, you know, it's murder, and I'm not in a place where I can raise a child. I don't want a child, quite frankly, and I don't think that adoption is a good option either. And that sounds very selfish, but yeah, everyone who does this understands the gravity of the situation, and we are well aware. Every single woman is well aware of what they're doing, and you know, I don't regret it because it's what needed to be done. But will it haunt me for the rest of my life? Absolutely. I kind of view it as a necessary evil. It's not something that anyone wants to do in their life. But anyway, so yeah, I started to feel better. I kind of got my head back. I left. I didn't drive home because I was just too shell-shocked. My friend drove home. I mean, my energy level was like, it's just drained. Like, the adrenaline is just like, it just drains you. I went home, everything was, my parents never suspected anything, which was very strange because you just went through this, like, crazy experience all day, and they don't know. So then, yeah, the past few days I've had mild cramping, bleeding. Today it hurt a lot. I don't know why. I was bleeding pretty heavily today, but overall it's all pretty manageable. Just take some ibuprofen, wear pads. You cannot sit in a bath, use tampons, or have sex for 2 weeks because your cervix isn't closed yet. But overall, I mean, you don't feel like anything happened. This was 3 days ago. You know, it's just, it's mentally, it's really difficult. It was difficult for me anyway. But, okay, I need to wrap this up. I really hope that this video helps you and, guides you to the right decision for you, whatever that may be. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like don't let anyone else make a decision for you. This is you. This is extremely important. This is your body. This is your life. This is what you want to do. And that's all that matters. If you're a teen, I would have been a teen mom. That's not something that I have in my plans, and it doesn't matter if you're 16, 18, I'm 18, 25, 30, 40, it doesn't matter. If this is the best decision for you, then don't let anyone else influence that. I hope this information helped you. I hope, yeah. Alright, well, thank you guys for listening, and I hope everything works out for you.